How's it going, YouTube? Dallas Boy here with National Pokeball League Week 3, Season 3. This week's matchup is going to be against Togovar and the Portland Timburrs. Link will be in the description if you guys want to go check them out. Earlier in the week, Azumarill was traded to Portland for Sylveon, and that's going to make this matchup a whole heck of a lot tougher for me, because Azumarill plus Infernape plus Mega Pinsir equals Destruction in League format. It'll be really difficult to prepare for that. So I do have a few things for my division rivals team. I've got Rhyperior, which can help me dispatch Pinsir, and looking at his team, I can also use it to beat down Arcanine, Infernape on the switch, and Latias on the switch, as I am packing Mega Horn. I also have Cloyster, which will help me with Azumarill, because this is a physically defensive Cloyster, and it could actually help out with Pinsir maybe, but I guess we'll have to see about that. As well as a Powdon, I think. Yeah, it should help with a Powdon since I am packing Icicle Spear on it. And Cresselia will also help out with Infernape, so pretty much my game plan is to keep those three alive, and I should probably be okay for this match. So, hope you guys enjoyed this battle, and let's get this show on the road. Starting off, he's going to be leading off with this Powdon. I opted with Tornadus Therian. I go for the Grass Knot, expecting him to set up rocks, but he winds up having the Rindo Berry, which is going to hurt a little, but he does get up the rocks, and here, as he switches out into Arcanine to take the U-turn, this kind of has me thinking that he's not packing the Stone Edge, which will lead me to do an assortment of stuff later on in the match, as you guys will see. So anyways, I go for the U-turn out into my Rhyperior. I see this as a good opportunity to set up the Stealth Rocks, and he's going to be bringing out Mono once more, and I'm going to get up those Stealth Rocks. And here I'm going to double into my Cresselia, expecting the Infernape switch in, but it's looking like Azu's going to be taking its place, and we'll be setting up a Belly Drum, which is to have to force me to sack something. And by something, I'm meaning this Empoleon, which, looking at the scene, wouldn't have done too much this match, but it will give me a safe switch out in the Cloyster, which will be taking this +6 Aqua Jet like a monster, retaliating with a Poison Jab, and that's that big threat out of the way. So now he's going to be sending out his Mega Pinsir, who will be revenge killing my Cloyster. Kind of stayed in, thinking that I'd live ahead, but that doesn't seem like the case. But here I'm going to be sending up my Rhyperior. I predicted the Latias switch in and not the Powdon switch in, and I wound up getting a crit on the Mega Horn, which is neutralized by the Slack Off, but what can you do? But now comes Latias, and I opt to go into my Cresselia on the double, and I wound up getting tricked a Choice Scarf, and he wound up getting my Colbur Berry. Was wearing that this week in case of knockoff, but here I'm going to be going out into my Tornadus Therian to try to catch, I don't know, the Arcanine on the switch, but I wind up going for the U-turn as he defogs, and I'm going out into my Cresselia to sponge a Thunderbolt. And I'm thinking with my investment in Tornadus, I can live a Thunderbolt, and I can actually get off a knockoff, and even with the Colbur Berry, I'd still take down that Latias. Now out comes Arcanine, I'm just going to quickly switch into my Rhyperior, and there I actually wind up dodging a Toxic. I flat switched out thinking that the Arcanine could be Choice Scarfed in some way and pack Wild Charge, and I didn't think Hurricane could hit. And there, Togovar said that the Toxic Mist kind of mattered a lot, but yes, it's kind of up in the air. The chip damage would have been nice for the future, but as you'll see, I don't know if that's going to come in too much play later. But I guess we'll see. But now he's going to be sending out Mono, as I'm going to be sending up my Stealth Rocks one more time, and then trying to go out for an Earthquake on Mono's Slack Off. And here I'm going to be trying to go out into my Tornadus Therian, try to get a little bit of hacks in my favor with a Hurricane, and I wind up confusing the Powdon, and it's going to hit itself twice in Fusion after the Grass Knot. This actually was incredibly game-changing, because I will reveal this now. He hit the Stone Edge well, and spoilers, he did have it, and it probably would have done a massive chunk to my Tornado Therian, probably to the point where I get knocked out or critted, but it definitely hurt, and definitely gave a lot of momentum into my favor. But now he's going to be sending out Arcanine here. I'm still very unsure whether it's packing the Wild Charge and whatnot, but actually seeing the Toxic there, it's pretty much going to be turning out to be a defensive variant. But now I'm going to be going into my Mega Man Electric to try to get some chip damage on that thing, and go for a T-Bolt, and ends up being pretty much more like a specially defensive Arcanine than a physically defensive Arcanine. But here I'm just going to be full switching out into my Rhyperior as the Arcanine goes to the Morning Sun once more. And here, he is going to be switching into Mega Pinsir, and I did have a couple of move choices on me. I could one go for the Earthquake and hail the Infernape on the switch, or the Arcanine if he wants to fire that. Or two, I could go for the Rock Blast, which would deal a good amount of damage to the Infernape, do super effective damage to the Arcanine, and nail the Mega Pinsir on the switch in. Fortunately for me, I went for the Rock Blast, and I take out that Mega Pinsir, and it's pretty much going to prompt him to go out into Chardash in the Infernape here, as he sets up a nasty plot. Cresselia, I was pretty much thinking at this point in time is going to be the most expendable member of the team, and I pretty much go down to a Flamethrower, but not before getting off a burly hit on the Infernape with a Scarf Psychic. And there I go into my main Electric. I get hit with a Vacuum Wave, but I am going to wind up taking that with a Full Switch and going into my Torrentee as its last Pokemon is Arcanine. There I wind up missing the Hurricane, which is unfortunate, and he winds up Toxicking me. Doesn't really matter too much in the long run, because I still do have my Rhyperior, and there I just U-turn to save a little bit of differential. And there the Arcanine finally winds up hitting the Toxic, and it's just going to go for the Morning Sun in vain, as I wind up taking out with an Earthquake, securing me the 3-0 victory in my favor. There was a bit of unfortunate hacks there. There was the first Toxic miss on Rhyperior, which definitely hurt. Or, it did hurt, but not as much as one would think, kind of, sort of. But, the Hurricane Confusion definitely hurt Togevar a lot in this matchup, and it's pretty much what got me the victory, looking at it. But, hey, it's still a pretty fun match. So, next week I'm going up against Trev and the Atlanta Braviaries. Atlanta Braviaries. Man, really difficult pronouncing that. But that's definitely going to be my toughest matchup of the season. Victini plus Pure and Black plus Landorus Therian, and my team loaded with ground type weaknesses. It's not going to be too fun, but I am going to prep my hardest for that, and hopefully San Antonio will come out 4-0 this season. So, hope you guys enjoyed this battle, rate, comment, sub, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.